Welcome back to Susan's Gluten-Free Kitchen. We're going to make a strawberry cake today. Good old-fashioned strawberry cake. When I was a kid, this was probably about my favorite cake, and this is what I would pretty much request my mom make me for my birthday every year. So I thought I would throw one together. I had some fresh strawberries and they were getting kind of on the edge, so I thought I'd better do something with them. And what better than to try a strawberry cake? Now, you can use a package of just a white cake mix, or I didn't have one, so I decided that I was going to just make the whole cake from scratch. So in my bowl, I have 2½ cups of flour, 1½ cups of sugar, actually xylitol and gluten-free flour, but you can definitely make this non-gluten-free, and you can make it dairy instead of non-dairy like I'm going to be making it. So I got the 2½ cups of gluten-free flour, 1½ cups of the xylitol or sugar, and I've already kind of cut in with my pastry cutter. I cut in about, you can use, typically you probably want to use about 1/2 stick of butter into this. I'm actually, of course, as you know, I'm using my dairy-free butter. You can use Earth Balance as well. It works perfectly fine, or just regular butter, and I have that cut in. I also had added in 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now that's already in here, and what I want to do now is add in my wet ingredients. So I'm going to add in a cup of milk using coconut milk. I've told you time and time again, you're not going to notice any kind of a coconut flavor if you use coconut milk or almond milk, oat milk, whatever you want to use as your milk substitute. So we're going to beat this in just a little bit here, and then we're going to add in 2/3 of a cup of oil. Use whatever oil you want. If you use vegetable oil, if you use canola oil, go ahead and add that in. I'm going to use my rice bran oil. You can also use avocado oil. We're going to put in 2/3 of a cup of that. That pretty much almost uses up my rice bran oil. Again, you're not going to notice any kind of a flavor with this. So I've got my 2/3 of cup of oil. Let's add that in. Then I'm going to fold in my eggs. I already have separated 4 eggs, and I have the egg whites, and I've whipped them so they're just kind of light and fluffy. Okay, got that mixed in. We're going to add a couple of teaspoons of vanilla. I make my own vanilla. It's very easy to do. I will show you how in a later video, but basically I just use vodka and vanilla beans, and I've put them together. I just used 3 tablespoons if you were watching that, but 2 is what the recipe calls for, into my batter. All right. We're also going to add in a package of strawberry jello. So let's get that in here. Actually, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to have to cut it. Thought it would tear right open, but obviously it didn't. So I have my package of strawberry jello. You can use a sugar-free jello if you like, or just regular jello. And then blend that in. So we have our flour, we have our sugar, we have our butter, we have milk, we have our oil, our vanilla, and our eggs. I'm going to put in now. So I'm just going to fold in these egg whites. You don't have to whip them, but it just makes your cake a little bit fluffier if you do. So I'm going to fold these in. Let's get them all out here. Okay. I'm also going to be adding in my strawberries. Now, you can use, if you want to buy a package of frozen strawberries and thaw them out, you can do that. And then separate the berries, drain the juice off, but keep the juice so you can use it in your frosting. But I'm going to fold in these egg whites. See, when you fold in, you just very gently just kind of work them into your batter. You don't want to work them too much because you don't really want to deflate them, because the whole purpose of actually whipping them was to get some air into them so you get, like I said, a fluffier, lighter cake batter. Now, if you were to use a cake mix, and I'll give you both recipes, but if you were to use a cake mix, you would just use the package of the cake mix. You would use a package of your Jell-O, a half a cup of water, a half a cup of oil, and you could use actually 4 whole eggs. I'm actually just doing the egg whites because the white cake recipe I have just called for the egg whites. And then you would add in your strawberries. But like I said, I didn't have the cake mix, so I thought, well, shoot, I want to make this. Let's just make the cake, the whole thing from scratch. All right, I've just about got these all folded in. I don't know that you can tell the consistency, but it really does have some air in it, so the batter is light, it's fluffy. Getting it all worked in. Now I'm going to add a half a cup of my strawberries. What I did was took my strawberries and I put them in my little food processor, or my little, one of those little Ninja things that you can use to make smoothies. And I just kind of pureed it all up. And then I measured out a half a cup. So I'm going to fold that in. You can tell how lovely and pink, and you can smell the strawberries. This smells so good. You can put this then in 2 round cake pans and make a layer cake and then frost it with your buttercream frosting or whatever kind of frosting. Buy a can of frosting and then just add some of your strawberry juice to it so you have a strawberry flavored, or buy a strawberry flavored icing. I'm probably just going to put a light glaze on this when they're done, when they're cool. So I'll just use powdered sugar and my strawberries, the rest of my pureed strawberries. So I about have this all mixed together. And as I was saying, you can put it then in, you can use a 9x12 cake pan. You can make a couple of, if you want layers, like I said, you can put it in your round cake pans. I'm actually going to use my little mini bundt. You could make a big bundt cake too, but I'm going to use mine in this little mini bundt cake. And I have my oven preheating to 350. And then you'd want to bake your cake for 40 minutes to an hour at 350, so check it. The bundt cakes probably won't take that long. I'll put them in for about 30-35 minutes and check them, and then just kind of judge my time from there. All right, so I'm going to fill my little bundt cakes up here, I'll show you what they look like, put it in the oven, and we'll show you what they look like when we're done. All right, well, here's the first batch that's going in. I didn't fill them. I probably filled them more than I should have, but I didn't fill them all the way to the top because my experience has been they're really gonna puff up, and they're probably gonna do that anyway. And I actually have more left over to do another batch when these are done. And as I was filling these, I was thinking, you know, you could actually even do just cupcakes with this if you wanted to. So these are gonna go into the oven, 350. I'm gonna put them in first for about 30-35 minutes. It may take about 40 or 45. If you're doing an actual cake, then you'll wanna do it 40 minutes to 60 minutes. I'll be back with you when these are ready. First batch is out, and it actually took about, I would say 35 minutes or so. And I filled them perfectly, it looks like. So I'm gonna let them cool. Then I'll turn them out from this and put the other batches in. Okay, I took those out of the pan. They actually turned out beautifully. I couldn't wait, so I tore into one. It's great strawberry flavor. In fact, it probably could use a little more strawberry. So next time I make them, I may add more than a half a cup. I may put like 3/4 of a cup in and get a little bit more strawberry flavor, but I'll get some strawberry flavor out of the glaze whenever I get the next batch out of the oven, which made 3 more. So out of this recipe, I'm getting 9 of these small little individual bundt cakes. And then I will put some glaze on them and show you what that looks like and finish it all up. And after they're glazed, ready to be delivered to my friend with dinner I'm taking them tonight. So very quick, very easy. Hope you'll try them. Until next time, bon appetito.